Hello, hello everyone. Greetings and welcome to another case study. This time we are going to look at a case study on the borewell of a submersible pump failure. This is by a company called Lubi Pumps in Ahmedabad, and I am Dr. Ilangovan. I am a professor in the Department of Aerospace Engineering, SNS College of Technology. Now, this Lubi Pumps is situated in Ahmedabad, and then they have over 20 branches across the country, and they make around 5,000 plus different models of pumps. Now, one fine day, a farmer from Patna calls up the office and then says that their newly installed submersible pump, which was dug for a new borewell, was working for a very few short period, and then suddenly it stopped working. Upon receiving the call, the service technicians reached the site and met the pump operator. They found that the pump was consuming too much amount of current. Now, that's the first thing that to be found out before you try to remove the pump from the ground or from the borewell. It is good that you try to check all the other parameters around the pump. Now, this is the nameplate of the pump, and then of the pump. It's a Lubi 4-inch water-filled borewell submersible pump. LRP 25 is a model, and it pumps water from depth over 82 feet. Now, the general instructions by the company is given like this. Like, one of the reasons that the submersible pumps draw too much amount of power is when the flow of water is obstructed in any manner. The first, they checked whether the power was coming from the input into the electric panel before checking anything was wrong, and they also checked whether the outgoing power and the capacitors, and they found everything was okay, and then they instructed that they pull out the pump from the borewell. Once they pulled out the pump from the borewell, they found that the motor was jammed and was not spinning as it should. Okay, they tried checking this, and then it was not turning. What they discovered next was that there was a stand inside the motor due to which it has jammed. This could have caused the motor failure down the lane if it is left unchecked. On further inquiry, they found that they hadn't cleaned out all the sand from within the borewell while using the compressor. By using a compressor. Now, the primary reason a newly installed pump could get stuck could be the presence of external elements like sand, sludge, and other debris inside the pump. So the solution is that they cleaned up the pump and refitted the whole thing. And after that, when they tried to rotate the shaft of the pump, it was able to spin smoothly. The technician asked the pump operator to wash the bore with a high-powered compressor before reinstallation of the pump. The operator did so, and when he checked the pump again, it was working fine. Now the problem has been solved. Now, what is the takeaway here is that there are a lot of common problems that occur during the installation process. Okay, accumulation of sludge or debris, then improper connection or leakage of in the delivery pipeline, or the pump is jammed if there is an insufficient play. Now, all these have to be checked. If there is a weak capacitor, which is very unusual for a new pump, um, pump may also be one of the problem, but then it's quite unusual for new pumps. Now, open the drain plugs of the pump's motor and fill it with clean water. Okay, it is always recommended that install inner casings. Um, Also advisable to flush clean the borewell before starting installing a new pump. Also ensure that the submersible pump remains completely submerged inside the water, and install auto cut if to prevent dry runs. One has to check the motor's continuity, insulation, and resistance using ohms and megameter. Make sure that the pump operates at duly declared point by the manufacturer. Get the pump inspected at regular levels. Before installing the new pump, always open the drain plugs of the pump and fill it with clean water, and that is the something called as the priming. Common troubleshooting things is why is my submersible not working? It is possible that the submersible pump is not working due to one of the following reasons. For instance, the motor could be jammed, or there could be external elements clogged inside the pump. It is also possible that the required voltage is too high, or there is a problem in the wiring. Additionally, it could be an issue with the leakage of the delivery pipeline. Sometimes they get jammed. The presence of external elements makes it jammed. Sometimes again it not working. Sometimes is basically because it is there is the water is enough water may not be there, and then you must prevent a dry run. Always ensure that the submersible pump remains completely submerged outside the water. Now, it is this point is good. Like it is advisable to install an inner casing with with an appropriate screen opening and gravel pack around it to avoid external particles to enter the well. It is advisable to flush clean the borer before installing the pump. It is advisable that you clean it up and then check the motor's continuity using the ohms and the megameter. Make sure that the pump operates at the due point declared by the manufacturer for maximum efficiency. Make sure that the customer support team know more about the duty point. So this is a ending of the case study. Now what we have seen is that the pump was not working. It had a lot of sand which has gone inside, and then the team from Lubi, that's the case study. The company on which we are doing the case study, had visited them, and then they had opened up and cleaned the whole thing, and then they have refitted the pump and then solve the problem. Thank you very much. We will meet once again on another case study. Have a nice day.